Hello everyone and welcome back to Passion Sundays, the best way to end the week and start another. Our guest today is a very interesting person with a specialty on Chinese metaphysics, Sally Forrest. Thank you very much for being with us today.
You're welcome, Moustafa. Thank you for inviting me.
I really like the topic, Chinese metaphysics.
Okay.
Tell me more.
Okay. Well, when you're born, you come into this world with energy. So what we do is we look at your date of birth and we can analyze your chart and we can look at your strengths and we can look at the areas that you need to develop. So everybody can be one of 5 elements. So you can be metal, you can be water, you can be wood, you can be fire, and you can be earth. So let's say, for example, you're a fire person, then you'll have a lot of passion. Naturally, you'll have a lot of passion in your life. If you're an earth person, then you're very stable, you're very grounded. You don't need to move around so much. So, for example, if a child is born with a lot of passion, then that's the career, that's the lifestyle they should take. If a child is born with a lot of earth and you try and put them on the stage of life, they might not feel so comfortable. Okay. So what I do is I look at people's charts and I explain to them what is your strength, what is an area you can develop, but what is that one thing that will really help you go from here to here in your life?
I love that. And how different is that to horoscopes? Because some people have that worry about, is it too airy-fairy when you're talking about horoscopes? But this sounds a little bit more solid than just horoscopes.
Yeah, it's very specific for you. So you give me your time of birth and your hour of birth.
Okay.
So it's absolutely targeted for you. Okay. So we can look at what your experience has been like as a child, how you should react in your work environment, what you're like as a person, but it also shows your dreams, your hopes, your ideas for the future. So when I start to talk to you, I'll say to you, oh, Moustafa, maybe you were like this as a child. And you'll say to me, how did you know that? And I'll say, it's in your chart. And then I'll say, Moustafa, but maybe, in your work career, you should be like this. And you'll say, how do you know that? And I'll say, it's in your chart. So I can really help you see what is targeted for Moustafa.
Okay, well, let's do this. You said there are 5 elements. Let's run through the 5 elements and your recommended kind of, I don't want to say career path, but guidance on what they should do. So you said fire. I'm probably, I don't know, I'm assuming I look like a little bit of fire.
I think you must have some fire in your chart,
maybe,
yeah?
At least,
so fire is about passion. It's about leadership, right? It's about inspiring others. It's like the candle that goes on and lights many other candles. Okay. So a fire person, you can put them on the stage of life, for example. Okay. They'll be fantastic leaders. So that's a fire person. Water, there are 2 types. There is yin water and there is yang water. Yin water is like the rain. So these people nurture other people. They're quite mysterious because one minute they're the cloud, the next minute they're the ocean. So these people can change, but you can never contain the water. These people always have to be moving around. They always have to be traveling. So for them, a role where they're communicating, traveling, moving around is fantastic for them. Metal people, like metal is quite hard. Metal is discipline. So people like teachers, policemen, army, these people are very much metal people. Right? They've got structure, they like structure in their life, they're very disciplined, they will always follow a checklist. Right? These people are fantastic for like management roles. Then we have wood people. Wood people always like to grow, they like to develop, they like to learn more. So these people should always be trying new skills, learning new things. And then finally the earth people, very stable, very trustworthy. Make great accountants, people like this. You can really trust the earth people. So the best people, I say, have got a little bit of everything in their chart, but we need to know how to unlock it. Okay. But then there are very special people, like one of my friends, he's fire all the way through his chart. Wow. So his chart is solid fire. So he has to inspire, right? He has to be passionate. He has to be on the stage. And if he does that, then he's following what I call his destiny.
Amazing.
He's doing what he's meant to be doing in his life.
I love that.
Yeah.
So the question is, what if somebody is not living true to their element? What are the signs so they know? Because maybe I don't know and I haven't done my Chinese chart, but from what you're describing, if I'm off my area of balance, I should know. What would be the signs that I'd look for if I'm out?
Yeah. Now, when we look at a chart, there are what we call 4 pillars. There's the pillar where you appear in your external life. So this is the Moustafa you show to the world, but that's not the true you, right? This is like the mask that you wear and you show to everybody. Then there's the you in your work pillar. So this is how you behave like at work. But then there's the true you. So what I tend to find with people, if they have a chart with different elements, they might show one face to the world and a different face inside. And deep down, they feel a bit empty because they're not being true to themselves. Yeah? Now, if you have a chart where it's the same element, then usually what you show to the world is what you are inside. So there's no issue. So what I help people do is, if you come to me and you say, there's something not quite right, I'm just not feeling really passionate, or things aren't going my way, or everything that I try doesn't work out, then you will not be following your element. So I will advise you then how to follow your element.
So basically, the sign would be, it's not necessarily that I have to always be fire both. It's when am I feeling that I'm out of balance is the sign that I should be looking for.
Yeah. If you're following your element naturally, then your life will be smoother.
Which could be in different situations, different reactions. Doesn't have to be always fire. It's as long as in that moment I am feeling imbalance.
If your element for your day pillar, what we call the day pillar, is fire, then you should become that element, right? In whatever situation you're in, you should become that element, right? Because you're following then your destiny. However, there are certain periods where you might go through different luck cycles or different elements. In those cycles, you're still fire, but water might come in or earth might come in.
Oh, sounds very interesting.
So in those luck cycles, yes, you're still the fire, but you might need to focus more on travel, or you might need to focus more on discipline, or you might need to focus more on your grounding and your stability.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I definitely recommend everybody go and research on this topic because it seems we need lots of episodes to cover it, but that's a beautiful introduction. Thank you very much for being with us today, and I love everything that you have shared.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Passion.
What do you think? I hope you found this as useful and as exciting as I did. If so, please leave your comments on the blog below and do share it with somebody who will find it useful. And if you'd like more tools, tips, techniques, and exclusive interviews that I only share on my website, then go to Moustafa.com. And until next episode, live passionately.